Hey guys, I'm gonna warn you. I wanted to make a Francis video about this because I'm really mad, but I can't do a Francis video to this because it's way too important. So I wanted to talk to you about it as me, but I'm gonna warn you. You've probably never seen me actually angry, and I think you're probably going to see that by the end of this video because this is my third fucking try to get this video right, and I can't do it without yelling. So we're just gonna have to accept the fact that if you press on with this video, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off as we go. And it's not the only thing pissing me off today. This is the video that I thought was most relevant to you today. There's other stuff. We're going to talk about net neutrality and other stuff later in the week. But today, GameStop. GameStop. You know GameStop? You may not know GameStop because you might not be in the United States. So let me tell you how GameStop works here. If you want to buy a game in America, you really got about four choices. Number one, if you are lucky enough to have a local game store, local mom and pop place like we do here in Fayetteville called Tradewin Games. If you live in Fayetteville, go check them out, by the way. They're phenomenal. If you're lucky enough, you can go buy used games there, and sometimes they stock new product too. Sometimes you get new systems, and sometimes you get new games. Not always. Their stock's not always great. Depends on your local store, but whatever. If you're lucky enough, you have one of those. A lot of people aren't lucky enough. So therefore you have to go to a big box store. You got to go to Walmart where the employees don't know anything about gaming. They don't give a shit. They don't really want to give you real service. They don't want to see if there's a copy. They don't want to put the games out at midnight. They're vendor controlled. You don't know if it's going to be there. The stock is shitty. They don't replenish it. And it just is an awful fucking experience. A Target's also another option. Sam's Club, if you did some in here, you've probably got your own version of whatever that you have the option of. And Best Buy also does carry some games. Whatever. Generally, the experience is always shitty in those stores. Best Buy's okay around here, but other than that, our Walmart's just shitty, just like everywhere else. Alternatively, you can buy it online, get it through Amazon, or download it digitally. If you're lucky enough to have good enough internet to not be sitting there watching your game download for an hour and a half, you can get it digitally. And if you're lucky enough to not have a bandwidth cap on your account, which all ISPs in the fucking country want to do right now, but okay, if you're lucky enough, then you can go ahead and, if you can afford the bandwidth and you can afford, you have the speed, then you can download it digitally, or you can wait a couple days for it to show up after you ordered it on Amazon, or you can pay for extra shipping, or you can be lucky or pre-order it before it comes out, risk getting a bad game with shitty reviews, and then wait for it to show up after you get home from work or school the day that it comes out, after everybody else has already spoiled the fucking thing all over Reddit. Or alternatively, you can go to GameStop. And I don't fucking love GameStop. We know I've had a previous beef with them in that their used game business model's fucked. And it's not that they sell used games. I like the fact that they sell used games. I buy used games rarely. It's the fact that they charge $45 for a $50 game, but when you try to sell it to them, they pay for 15 or 10 or 5. And so they're making an 80% profit margin. But apparently, that profit margin is not good enough for GameStop because they have announced today that they are scaling back the game business. And they're going to close 120 stores. So if you live in a rural town and your source of games is fucking GameStop, you're fucked. And fuck you and eat my asshole because fuck you, you're worthless and eat shit. Fuck you. And the reason they're doing this, and this is brilliant, they're doubling down on mobile phones and tablets. That's right, they're going to close the GameStop on Joyce here in Fayetteville, Joyce Street, which is across the street from an AT&T store, and across the street from Verizon, and across the street from the mall, and across the street from Best Buy, and across the street from Target, and across the street from Walmart. Every motherfucking one of those people sell tablets and phones, by the way. Every one of them. One place sells games. Unless you count Walmart, unless you count Target, unless you count the mediocre service you get at the stores. At least those guys know what game I'm talking about. If I walk in and say I want Mario, they know who the fuck Mario is. But I digress. GameStop. I've had a love-hate relationship with you for a while, but you've had nothing but a hate relationship for me for about as long as I can fucking remember. And I think you hate gaming. And I think that, just like a fucking Bond villain, you finally found a way to kill it. Okay? I think that you've chosen to buy up every little competitor you could find just to shut them the fuck down. We used to have an EB Games here. We got nothing. We got you, and we're about to have nothing. That's insane. That's fucking... Insane. And I guess I will be going all digital, even though used games is something that's I'm always going to want, and everyone's always going to want. A lot of us will buy digital, but digital you get nothing. You get nothing. You get a copy of a ghost of an imprint of a software. When I go to Vintage Stock, when I go to Tradewinds, and I buy a copy of Mario 3, yeah, sure I can get it on my Wii U for $5 right now. Okay? Or I can go there and I can hold the cartridge, a 25-year-old piece of history. Which do you think I want? But that's not good enough for you. That's not enough to keep the doors open. Now we can sell fucking phones. And I'll tell you the best part about it is that I know you've been trying the phone thing for a while because the last couple times I've been in there's been a wall dedicated to tablets and phones. Here's the extent of service that I think you guys get over there. Me and my wife went to Gamestop the other day because I wanted to buy a particular game. And so as the good guy there, Patrick, we're shooting the shit and we're talking. My wife is a little lost in a game store. She's a new gamer. She's just barely grasping a lot of these things. She doesn't know what games to look at. She doesn't know what system. She's new. So she gravitates towards the phones. And she sees an iPhone there. And on our way out of the store, she says, "That's a good gift idea for my mom. We should buy an iPhone somewhere else." Well, good luck, GameStop. Part of me has wanted rid of you for a while, and I guess that part of me is finally getting its fucking wish. I'd rather live in a world in which you got your shit together, treated your customer with love and kindness, and actually did your fucking job. Maybe you can do that for the tablet customers. I doubt it.